In this video, you're going to learn exactly how to write cold emails that turn prospects into paying customers based on over 100,000 cold emails that I've sent throughout my career, including the time that I helped grow a company called Gong from $200,000 to $200 million in annual revenue in just 5 short years. Now, if you don't have the right formula, it's frustrating to put so much work into writing dozens of cold emails every day, only to get completely ghosted, to have people just not respond to the emails that you're sending, despite putting so much work into that. That leaves you with a thin pipeline and missing your number. So I'm going to show you just one proven, simple, effective cold email template that will skyrocket your response rate so you can turn cold prospects into pipeline and paying customers. The best part, this isn't theory. This isn't something that I just came up with over a weekend. This email template I'm about to share with you has been used over 100,000 times. It's proven, it's super effective. It comes from the trenches. Now, stay tuned to the very end of this video because I'm going to give you my personal email template that I've used over 100,000 times. So you can download it, you can copy it, and you can start using it instantly to book more sales meetings. So stay tuned to the very end. Now, first, I'm going to teach you the fundamentals of super effective cold email, and then we'll start to break down the cold email templates I've used 100,000 times so you know exactly why this works, and so you can turn cold prospects into paying customers. Fundamental number one, short but emotional subject lines. You don't want to make your subject lines vague or generic or long or logical. Okay, what you're going through or what you're going for is something evocative, something that agitates their pain or their desired outcome that they're trying to achieve. So I'm going to give you a couple of rapid fire examples. If I were selling to a business intelligence company like Domo or Looker or Sisense, and I was selling them something that could help them beat their competitors, my subject line might say, beat Tableau. Okay, Tableau is their chief competitor. That's short, and it's something they care about, and there's probably pain in that area. Another example, avoid expensive mishires. If I know a company is hiring a lot of salespeople, and sales leaders know how expensive mishires are, that subject line is going to resonate. Another example, stop losing great people. Imagine selling a culture improvement product or something like Culture Amp. And if you're selling to somebody who's churning or turning over great people and has a lot of employee attrition, then that's going to resonate pretty well. Okay, principle number two, agitate the pain. Okay, so as you're writing your cold email, remember this. If you can articulate your customer's problem better than they can articulate it themselves, you'll automatically get the meeting most of the time. They'll automatically think that you have the right solution. And so make your cold email about the customer's pain or desired outcome, not your product. Okay, we're going to go through the cold email template that I've used 100,000 times, and you're going to notice I don't say anything about the product, and we'll get to that in just a second. Fundamental number three, keep it to 3 to 4 paragraphs, each with only 1 to 2 short, simple sentences. Okay, 3 short paragraphs, a couple short sentences, and short words in those sentences. In fact, here's an exercise you should go for. Imagine you received a $100 bill for every word in the email you cut out. Eliminate unnecessary words with reckless, ruthless abandon. Maybe not reckless, but just ruthless abandon. Okay, and the last fundamental before we get into the cold email formula and the cold email template that I'm about to share with you, fundamental number 4, end with a call to action and make it easy to say yes to. Okay, make it super clear. Don't make your call to action vague, and make sure you end by asking them to do something or to respond to something. I'm going to show you my favorite call to action in just a few minutes as we break down the cold email template. But these are the first 4 foundations, the first 4 fundamentals to get right first. All right, now that you know the fundamentals, let's transition to the formula you can start using
And then I'll show you the email template I've used over 100,000 times successfully. Okay, 1 of 4 in the cold email formula. Number 1 is a relevant intro. I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like when we break down the cold email template. Okay, but the point is you want to write something that's personalized and relevant at the same time as one of your first sentences to hook them. Usually this is going to be the result of research you've done on their LinkedIn profile or on their company. Number 2 in the cold email formula, agitate the pain. After you've introduced the email with a relevant intro, now you're going to agitate the pain that your solution intends to solve. This should sting just a little bit, but without being obvious or using FOMO. Number 3 in the cold email formula, sell the future state with customer stories. Okay, you're not talking about your product, you're not talking about your features, you're simply saying the future state that you can deliver to them through customer stories. That might sound like, we've helped X company, Y company, and Z company reduce sales mishiring by up to 50%, thereby increasing revenue by $3 million. Okay, and then the number 4 in the cold email formula is a solve call to action. Okay, this is my favorite kind of call to action. I'm personally not a fan of asking for time when you're using a call to action in cold emails, at least on your first attempt, because it's too big of a call to action and it's too easy to say no. Instead, you simply say something like this: is solving sales mishiring worth a conversation? You're just looking for a yes or no answer. And if they give you a yes, then you'll respond with some times. And so the formula for a successful call to action is simply asking, is it relevant to have a conversation to solve whatever problem you solve? Is it worth having a conversation to reduce sales mishiring in 2023? Is it worth having a conversation about generating more organic traffic to your website?
So let's put this all together now. This is the cold email template that I've used successfully across 100,000 cold emails. And I'm going to walk you through first the blank template, and then I'm going to walk you through 2 examples where the information is filled in. So here's the blank template. It starts with, hi Josh, looks like you, and then you insert personalized, relevant observation, just like we talked about. Now we move on to agitating the pain. With your track record of unconventional growth, you know firsthand how difficult it is to achieve X goal without sacrificing Y. Okay, so here you're agitating the pain by saying you're trying to achieve some sort of positive benefit, but it comes at the expense of something else, something that you don't want to give up. You agitate that pain a little bit more here. It's a lose-lose. You either accomplish X goal with Y negative effect, or you accomplish Y with X negative effect. Now we move into the desired outcome through customer stories and social proof. So we've helped X customers achieve positive business outcome. I think we can do the same for you. Up for a chat. Notice how simple my call to action is. It's clear, it's easy to say yes to, and it's not too big of an ask. As soon as he says yes, then I'm going to respond with asking for time to meet live for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. So let's take a look at 2 examples of what this looks like. So first example is QuotaSignal. Okay, QuotaSignal, we're selling sales hiring software that helps fast growth companies and VPs of sales within them eliminate sales mishiring or dramatically reduce it. So subject line, decrease sales mishire rate to single digits. Okay, so that's evocative, and it could be a little bit shorter, but it's short enough to work. And so we're speaking to the VPs of sales pain in the sense, or at least in the case if they're hiring a lot of salespeople, they're probably dealing with a lot of sales mishiring. So here's what this looks like. Hey, Kevin, looks like you're hiring across the board in your revenue organization. Congrats. So this is a relevant, personalized introduction. Okay, so now we go into agitating the pain. Kevin, as a serial VP of sales, having grown Superman Incorporated by 765%, you know firsthand how difficult it is to hit aggressive headcount targets without sacrificing your high bar for AE talent.
Okay, so we're agitating the pain and we're going to do it a little bit more here. It's a lose-lose. You either hire fast, hit your targets, but let a few weak sellers sneak through, or you hire slow, bring on strong account executives only, but you miss your targets. Okay, so that was the step 2 in the formula. We agitated the pain. Now we're going to transition to the desired outcome through customer stories and social proof. We've helped over 100 VPs of sales in the superhero industry, or whatever industry they're in, decrease their miss rate on sales hires from 30% down to single digits. Is eliminating sales mishiring for this fiscal year worth a chat? Again, this is the solve call to action. Is solving X problem worth a chat? All I'm looking for is a simple yes. And as soon as they say yes, I'm going to either respond with times or call them or just be all over booking the meeting. Okay, so that's the first example. Now let's talk about one more example. This is a business intelligence example. So say we're selling Domo or Looker or some other business intelligence product that competes with Tableau, which is another business intelligence product. And so this one sounds like this. Hey, Rachel, looks like Domo and Tableau are in a fierce competitive battle. Okay, so this is the relevant introduction. In this case, Rachel works for Domo, and I'm teeing into the email with a relevant introduction. Now I'm going to agitate the pain. Rachel, as a seasoned business intelligence executive, you know firsthand that even though you might have a better product, you can't rely on it alone to win competitive deals with Tableau. Okay, I'm going to grind or agitate the pain even more here. Buyers will grind you down on price if your reps don't have bulletproof selling skills. Now, this is probably true in Rachel's world, and it's probably getting her to feel an emotional state. So now I'm going to go for the desired outcome. Again, notice you don't always have to follow the formula exactly. Notice that I'm not using social proof or customer stories in this case, but I say to beat Tableau, you need insanely great competitive deal skills. I think we can help. Up for a chat about winning this horse race. And again, there is the solve CTA. We're talking about solving her problem. Are you interested in a conversation about it? It's as simple as that. Now, one thing I want you to notice about all of these email templates is I didn't say a damn thing about the product. I'm not explaining how it works. I'm not talking about its features. I am simply agitating the pain that my product intends to solve for a very specific person. I then talk about the desired outcome, and I ask them if they're interested in talking about that. Okay, so one of the key mistakes I see most salespeople make and SDRs make and other people who are writing cold email is they make it too much about the product. And the point I'm trying to make here is you can and should leave the product out of your cold email templates entirely. So there you go. If you follow these simple steps and use this template, your response rates will skyrocket and you'll have more success turning cold prospects into paying customers and qualified pipeline. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a tip that can change your sales success, career, and income or revenue for the better. And let me know in the comments if you like this one. Just write yes in the comments. Let me know if you want me to make more videos that feel like this and that talk about cold emails and give exact templates and what have you. So just write yes in the comments if you feel like you got some value out of this. Now, finally, if you want to download my cold email template, the one I just showed you, so that you can copy and paste some of it and fill in your own information and just start using it immediately, I'm going to put a link to download that in the description of this video and in the comments. So go grab that right now. It's in the description. I also put a comment in there and I'll pin it. Take your cold emails to the next level, and I will see you in the next video.